what they call this, sampling?
Yeah, I like the sampling.
Okay,
yeah.
It's sampling. And who is this sampling?
Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa, okay. Now, Wiz Khalifa the one with all the children?
Yeah. By Amber Rose, yeah.
Okay. No, I thought he was, who was it got the 13 children?
Oh, I don't know.
The one that was married to the woman that married Russell Wilson.
Future.
That's Future. Oh, okay. Oh man, this lady told me to send her the link to the real spill. So if I send her the ad, she can, if she got a smartphone, she can do the.
Yeah, when she cook on it, send it straight to her.
So I just need to send her that picture then, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Go bright on that light.
Go bright.
Yeah.
Again. Some more.
You go some more. I'm trying to see how it look.
Look good.
I don't know why.
Look, I can go the other way. Left. Right. All night. Come on. For the old ladies out there. I'm a sugar mama. Get it. Okay, all right. Everybody got their mind right?
Yeah.
I need to buy y'all some more time.
I'm finna get ready to shit alive.
Yeah, real spill. To make sure I can hear myself. Yeah.
Yeah, you sound good.
All right. All right. All right. All right, we ready.
We
All right,
live,
in
y'all.
DJ mode. DJ mode.
Computer love.
DJ mode. Shout out to Roger Trapman, Wiz Khalifa, Ty Dolla $ign.
But that was, who was that?
Huh?
Who was that we just listened to?
Wiz Khalifa. I gave props to Roger Trapman first though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said shout out to Roger Trapman. Rest in peace, player.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wiz Khalifa and Ty Dolla. Yeah. These ain't mess it up, Taylor.
No,
You
you
know,
didn't.
some people take the samples and mess it up, man.
They'll mess it up, man. But no, you didn't do that, man. You did a good job.
All right.
Man.
Woo, it's on, man. We live.
We live.
We ain't gonna say the time, but it is time for the real spill after dark.
The real spill after
Yeah, happy Sunday evening to everybody, man. Football back.
football.
Shout out
back.
to all my NFL fans out there, college fans too. Woo, it feels so good to be alive. Shout out to Dak Prescott, the richest man in NFL history.
Richest man in the NFL here.
$240 million.
200,
Ooh, that's a lot of
231 guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
So tomorrow morning.
Retarded money. Can you say? I ain't mean to say retarded.
Yeah.
Crazy money. I ain't mean to say
Crazy
retarded money. That's what I really want to say though.
Yeah.
That money when you look at your bank.
So tomorrow morning,
Tomorrow morning.
Dak can go pull up his account on his app.
He gonna call. He ain't gonna pull it. He gonna call the
Call
number.
it
He
now.
gonna go old school.
Old school.
You
Go
have.
down there.
Can I get a bank statement of my
can I just get
account? Oh my God, Mr. Prescott. Yeah, big boss. Call me Mr. Rich Prescott.
That's a rich Prescott.
Yeah. Put some respect on my name.
Yeah, you
but
got some
anyway.
money.
Stupid man. 231 guaranteed.
231.
This means that this man go out tomorrow and break his leg and never play again.
231.
They can't take that money from him.
Can't take it from him. That's his money.
Boy, I tell
Give me
you.
some, man. I ain't gonna miss it.
Boy, I'm talking about he finna get every DM, text message. Man, they coming for him, boy. They coming for you. That white, black, Asian, purple, green, blue,
I know
dogs,
another
cats,
quarterback.
monkeys.
Yeah.
Everybody coming for.
I know another quarterback that got a lot of guaranteed money, but I wish I could go in his DM today.
Man, I'm thinking about shooting my shot at him. Hey, bro, I don't swing that way, but if you're interested, call me.
Nah, I was talking about one Kirk Cousins.
Oh, okay. Now, see, you're too early for that test. All right, but I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me don't give up so fast.
Man, yeah. Shout out to the Falcons.
Yeah,
y'all took an L today, but y'all still winners, and y'all still winners, man.
Yeah.
One loss don't define your whole story.
Yeah,
all right, I'm sorry. We acting like this our show, Taylor. We
acting like we on, because we are not on the real spill, but this is the real spill after dark. And I'm gonna guess. Let me shut up.
Yeah.
We all family. And we all one.
We're gonna introduce the lovely, the vivacious,
say it,
the beautiful,
say it,
Miss. Thank you.
Yo Toy.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah. Welcome to the Real Spill After Dark, even though this your show. Yeah, our executive producer was kind enough to let not only myself come back after our break, but let my sidekick, my right hand, my
I think this is my first time on the Real Spill After Dark.
Is it for real,
No, I think it's your second.
You did.
Maybe it's my second.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my second.
It's been a while, but it's all good, man. Welcome back, though, player.
I'm glad you decided to come.
And something, we must be in sync because all of us got on white shirts today.
And we didn't even talk about this. That's what great minds are always,
that's called
think alike.
Being in sync.
Yeah, great minds always think alike, bro.
We got the same vibe. I think that's the word they use now. The energy is right. Yeah.
Yeah. They let you know we moving in the right direction.
We in the right direction.
Okay. All right. Well, enough of all that formalities, because we got to get to it.
Yes, sir.
We got a guest coming in at 6.
Oh man, we got a guest coming in.
And we got a meeting. We got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, Zoom meeting.
Big boss move.
Yeah, man, we moving, man.
All right. Well, yeah, this episode, if y'all can't see, episode 37.
37.
Short fuse.
Short fuse.
Of the Real Spill After Dark.
Wow.
And we're referring to men, right?
Right, we on men this.
Yeah, we were gonna talk about why men have such a short fuse.
Why men have a short fuse
in relationships? I'm assuming, right? That what you meant. Right. So dealing with women, I guess the ideology nowadays is that men are not dedicated. They don't put in the energy they used to. They don't weather the storm, as I like to say.
Oh, okay.
When it get rough and it gets a little hard, it seems like they bouncing. So now we want to talk about why you think that is that men are
giving up too fast.
Yeah, on these relationships.
So all right. Okay.
Yeah, I got so many good questions to ask, and I can't wait to get into it. But first off, let us start off by saying, I'm taking your lines now.
Okay.
Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share. You know, the Real Spill Podcast After Dark, as well as the Real Spill Podcast.
Right.
And we appreciate y'all love and support, man. I hope y'all missed us last week. Yeah, but we back now.
We back. We back. And also check us out on the Pulse Network.
Good job.
Network,
shout out to my boy, the GM.
Don't forget about the Pulse Network.
Jermaine
Mobley.
That's a big boss right there. He probably got about 231 in his bank account too.
Yeah, he might have that too.
Holler at me, boy. Holler at me. Okay, let's get to it. So short fuse.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off. We start off with the guests, or you want to start off ladies first? We're gonna go ladies first.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm gonna ask y'all the question.
Oh, okay. Go ahead now. I ain't ready for that.
Oh, you was gonna ask me the question?
Well, no, you go ahead. No, this your show.
Well, yeah, because I didn't really need questions because it was in my head. I was talking to a couple of people that was venting me about these things, and they was guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, I asked them. They was telling me the problem, and I was like, "That's y'all problem. Men give up too fast on women, but women don't give up fast on men. We can forgive y'all 50 million times, and we still forgive you. Y'all can do the worst of the worst. You can sleep with the best friend. You can. Women forgave me. Some men. I'm not saying all women, but some women have forgave men for sleeping with their friends or just cheating. Period. So when a woman cheats on a man, they give up fast. Or not even just cheating. If they make them mad about something or some they don't like for real, they'll check out.
Okay.
And I just don't understand why men check out so fast, and they supposed to be the leaders. And the women, we don't check out fast when it come down. You have to do something over and over and over and over and over. We'll just say like, Rich Homie Coin. Everybody was dogging Rich Homie Coin. He's a rapper. He just died. He just died. I'm sorry.
He's looking on in the camera.
Okay. He just passed away.
Okay, he just passed away. Okay.
Yes, and everybody
rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace. Everybody was clowning his baby mama about, you know, the 911 call that somebody leaked out. She called because actually he was on the couch. She didn't know he was deceased. She went and dropped the child off, came back, he was still in the same spot, hadn't moved. She woke him up, he went moved. So she called 911. So everybody on Facebook talking about her, how bad that was wrong. She felt how she sound careless, that she didn't care about him and all that. But I understood why. But other people didn't understood why until the side pieces started leaking pictures of Rich Homie Coin. See, it's like she knew what her man was doing, but she was at peace with it. She wasn't too focused. I felt like she wasn't too focused on the relationship for order for her to stay with him when he's cheating. You see what I'm saying? So when a woman, they usually don't check out. But when a man cheats like that and they love them and they've been together forever, they got kids together and all that stuff like that, and they don't want to go nowhere, they kind of don't check out, but they kind of like, okay, I'm at peace with this. I don't want to go nowhere. This is where I'm going to be at.
Right.
So I don't focus on him.
Right.
I focus on myself and the kids. I don't focus too much on the relationship. And I think that's where she was when it came down to, that's why when she called, that 911 call was so, it wasn't, it was just so calm because she already knew he had an addiction.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So she was kind of expecting that.
She expecting it.
Okay.
So everybody was just drilling her out because she was so calm with it.
Right.
But now they see why she was calm. And now they're like, oh, now I see why she calm. No.
Okay.
It wasn't your business to judge her anyway.
Right.
About the 911 call.
So here's my question. Not so much about Rich Homie Quan. Did I say it right?
Yeah, I'm proud of you, man.
All right. Okay.
And he was a Falcon fan, too, by the way.
He was? All right, man.
Yeah,
he was out of Atlanta, right?
Yeah, he's from Atlanta.
Yeah, he was at YL who's on trial right now? When he
That's Young Thug.
Yeah, they
were
he's part of that.
Yeah.
YSL.
Yeah, YSL, Young Thug. Man, you on fire, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Ghana.
Ghana. Ghana gone.
Yeah, Ghana gone. Woody gone.
Oh, I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, but they gone.
Yeah, they
well,
gone.
okay, I got you. You're talking about. But here's my question.
Right.
Why is it that we accept men being quick to give up? Why do we accept that?
Talking about women?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I mean, I don't think women accept it. I think, meaning when I said men give up, that mean they quit the relationship, period. So they can't help but to do.
Okay.
And then I say some will stay in a relationship because you got men that'll stay in a relationship and still check out.
Okay.
And I say some women don't accept that. They try to fight to fix it. They try to do whatever. But if the other person ain't jumping in to fix it, it can't be one-sided. So it's kind of hard.
I guess what I'm really saying is that do these men, and we calling them men, but do they know their own selves?
I don't think so.
I mean, do they love their own selves?
I don't think so.
Are they comfortable with who they are?
Yeah, they are comfortable with that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But that's not good either, though.
No, you don't need to be comfortable because you always supposed to grow.
Right.
So, I mean, when you say they're comfortable in
their ways.
And doing whatever they want to do, not being committed to something.
Exactly.
So they're comfortable with that.
Yeah, and then they want you to accept them for that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I mean, it goes both ways, but since we're speaking about men.
Men, right.
Men feel like, well, hey, you know me. You've been with me all this time.
You know this is what I'm going to do, so hey.
Why you tripping?
Why you tripping?
Instead of saying, you know what, this hurting you.
Right.
I need to fix this. If I really value you and I really care about you, I need to work on myself.
Right.
But they rather you being to them versus them being to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's one-sided relationships.
Yeah, and it don't go like that.
Yeah, and that's toxic. That's toxic.
Number one is that, and we two men sitting here.
Yeah.
But men need to grow up and take responsibility.
Most definitely. And I always say there's a difference between a boy and a man.
Yeah.
You got grown boys out here.
Right.
They got the height. They got the beard, facial hair.
Yeah.
They might have a job. You know, they look like men on paper, but
they're not
men in the mind. They're not mature.
Exactly.
And they carrying on like spoiled children.
Point, man. Yeah.
And you know, like I said, a little boy would tell you, "Mama, I don't like broccoli."
Right.
So the mama will be like, "Well, since he don't like broccoli, I'm gonna cook everything except broccoli."
Right.
Versus a man will say,
"Eat the broccoli."
Or, "Mama, I appreciate you making this broccoli because you ain't got to cook me anything at all."
Right.
So I know that might have been a bit of a stretchy example, but I think you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying.
A man would look at the overall picture and say, "You know what? She's cooking for me.
At least she's cooking for me.
And not only that, she's cooking something that's good for me."
Yeah, I need to eat the broccoli. I just don't like the broccoli. But here's my thing.
Right. Eat your vegetables, players.
Yeah, eat your vegetables. Especially your green vegetable, you know.
Right.
Did women create this problem, though?
Ooh, he slapped y'all in the face on that.
Me personally, yeah, their mama created that problem.
Oh, we're going to blame it on mama now.
Yeah, we're going to blame it on mama because, like I said on the last episode, a lot of women is what I said last weekend.
Well, we weren't here last weekend.
I mean, week before last. Week before last.
Okay.
Week before last, I said moms are raising daughters and babying boys.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
So that's why. And see,
I agree with that. I do see that a lot.
And that's why these dudes are so emotional. Like, I ain't gonna say so emotional.
No conflict resolution.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, emotional can be part of it because
it can be.
And
emotions are not always bad.
No.
It's how you control your emotions.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And I guess what I'm trying to say is when you refer emotions, you kind of referring to a feminine type.
Yeah.
Yeah, men who have feminine ways or feminine emotions.
Right.
They react how you would think a woman would react versus a man.
Okay.
But
So my question is.
Yeah.
And because in emotion brings things out.
Emotions make you cry sometimes.
Should men cry in front of his lady?
Yeah.
Whoa, man.
He should?
No, hold up. It depends on the woman, though.
Okay.
It depends on the situation, too.
Yeah, the situation. Well, I say the situation because men don't like to cry in front of women.
Because I'm like, what you crying about in the first place?
Well, okay, let's just say it's something that really hurt him. You know, let's just say, and it could be, you know, I hate to, you know, use,
I mean, to me, the only time I'm going to cry in front of
He's in grief.
Yeah, it got to be death.
He's in grief.
And I probably won't do it then, but that would make me cry.
But is that wrong for him to cry?
No.
And
let's just say it's his homeboy, it's his best friend.
I mean, okay, yeah, she should understand it.
Yeah. How do women handle that?
Me personally, I rather I gotta go by me because I can't speak for all women. Everybody's different.
But yeah.
But
on the overall, I mean, how do you think or how do you feel about your man if he can get to a point where he just boo-hooing about? I mean, and I ain't talking about something trivial.
He 100% trusts me now. I feel like he trusts me because he's playing emotions that's a top tier in a man's life. Men do not like to cry in front of women because number one, some women will throw it up in your face.
Thank you.
Some women dog you out about it. Some women will talk to you about it to your friends. But me, that's why I said in me, I feel like if you do that, you trust me more.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel that if he trusts you more, he'll be more committed to you?
Right. So that means I have to keep that secret, meaning that when he did that, I would have to put it in a box and lock it up and leave it alone. Because if I don't, he won't ever trust me again to do it again. Because if you cry in front of me, I'm gonna feel some type of way. I feel like y'all really trust me with y'all emotions. So
unless he been a crybaby from the jump.
Well, okay, let's.
He's not
a crybaby.
No,
this is something that has really hurt him.
Right.
His friend Rich Homie Quan passed away. And now he feels that he needs to release this, and he releases it to you, and everything. And now do you feel closer to him because of that?
I would.
Or do you see him as a weak man?
No, I would feel closer.
if this is the only time he's cried too, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he ain't just crying everything, you know, because he needs to suck it up.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's a good. What do women consider?
We was talking about this with us two other females.
Okay,
you know, we was talking about this because we have a crybaby.
So let's define crybaby because
always complaining, always whining.
All right, so it ain't really just literal tears, but somebody that's always complaining about something.
Complaining about something.
Okay.
You at work, you're in front of a whole bunch of women. You at work, you always complaining about this route, and we look like we women. We ran through all these routes. You complained about your baby mama. Mm-hmm. She this, she that, she this, she that. What you ain't doing? Why she this? Why she that? You just all you hear him just whining about my baby mama don't do this. My baby mama, she need to do this. My baby mama, and you telling these women at work, and us little three, I had already called you a crybaby and told you we gonna go buy a bottle and sit at or whatever station you gonna sit at that day. But other women in the station, they don't even want to talk to him no more because he's a crybaby. He always whining about something.
So, what man do you prefer? That man, or the man who just don't care about nothing?
That's a tough question.
That's a tough question because he
yeah, because you got a lot of meat in between that sandwich, boss, that you leaving out.
I'm talking about the extremes. The extremes. You got one that's complaining all the time. He always nothing is never right.
He don't complain to his wife. He complain to us.
Well, cause y'all his work wives, so y'all listen to him.
I don't listen.
What I'm saying is,
I walk away.
So he might not be able to complain at the house. So when he gets to work, he complains. Yeah. But my point is that okay. So we're gonna say that's
emotional disturbed
emotional man. But here's this other guy. Here's the other guy who never shows no emotion.
But don't mean he don't care.
Both of them sound bad right now, for
yeah.
You asking me to choose between a bowl of chitlins and a bowl of poop.
Right.
I don't want neither one of them. Yeah, I don't want neither one of them, bro. Yeah, that's a bad choice right there, bro.
So how do we get that man to come into the middle?
What
are some qualities of a man that you look for?
We're getting off subject.
We are getting off subject.
Way off subject. Yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all back on the second. Yeah, we're gonna let you finish. We're gonna bring you back.
Okay, get back to your questions.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, no, man.
We're gonna finish what you were gonna say.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Because the whole point is supposed to be about men who have short fuses.
Yeah, exactly.
Who give up.
So who give up
rather quickly in relationships.
So if it's a relationship, you know, and we really say relationships are 3 chords.
Okay.
You know, they should be, you know. But even if it's 2 chords, how do you balance that though?
Yeah, but see, that's kind of getting off subject again.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We finna go down. We better go down a whole nother rabbit hole.
You ask the questions then.
All right, let me guide you here.
Yeah, okay.
Number one question.
Yes, sir.
What do y'all think frustrates men in relationships? So what is motivating them to have such a short fuse?
That's a good question too.
Yeah. Let me bring y'all back home. Yeah, you go ahead and answer first. Yeah.
They ain't gonna let me come back, y'all.
No, you fine, man. You fine.
Well, I hear a lot of men saying nagging. That's what I hear a lot of men say.
Okay.
Nagging.
Okay.
That's the number one thing I always heard. Bitching and excuse my language, but
you good.
Yeah.
And nagging. So I guess them the 2 same categories or whatever. So that's what I hear. But you know, when I hear a man say she always nagging, I be like, but what you doing? Is a woman ain't gonna leave a good man. I want men to understand that. A woman is not gonna leave.
A good woman won't leave a good man.
Okay, a good woman won't leave a good. I'm gonna say a good man.
I'm with you on that one now. So women will leave a good man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say a good woman wouldn't leave a good man.
Okay.
Right.
So if you sit up here talking about she nagging, she complaining, she doing this, she doing that, she ain't doing this, but you're not. What are you doing to make her feel that way? To make her be in your ear.
Okay. So my question is, if you being in my ear all the time and I don't change, how is that helping?
It's not helping.
Not at all.
And you gonna get tired of me nagging, so that's when you check out.
So
and you gonna want to break up.
If you're the one, and I'm talking about women, who has what a man's looking for, because he's lonely without you, and if you are the one that's what he's looking for, but you pushing things at him that's pushing them away. Who can change that?
Well, my question in that situation would be, has he communicated to her that you're nagging me?
That's
good. See, she may not be aware that she's nagging him. She's just being herself.
Exactly.
You know, all of us have flaws.
Right.
And you know, we do things that is the second nature to us, and we don't realize what we're doing bothers that person. That's why I always say, you know, I try to communicate with people. Communication
is the best
so like I said, if somebody's doing something that I'm close to or I have to deal with on a regular basis, and they're doing something that annoys me, I have a conversation with them first. Right. Because they may not be aware of what they're doing.
Exactly. I agree with that.
So if he, as the man in the relationship, has never set her down and said, hey, you know, you nag me a lot, and be specific what he means by nagging, then how can you expect her to fix it or get better if you never brought it to the table?
She doesn't know what's bothering you. I agree with that.
So that's what I'm saying, and that's what she's saying. Yeah. Men will just be like, man, you know what, I'm done. Like, you get on my nerves. But she looking like, well, I didn't know I was getting on your nerves. Or, why didn't you ever tell me this?
So, or, if you told me, why you didn't fix the problem?
You talking about the woman told?
No, if the man told the woman, because sometimes the men will tell the woman what's the problem, but they don't fix the problem, and she's still nagging.
Wait a minute. So let me slow down. Make sure everybody caught that. You're saying if the man's okay, so I'm telling my woman,
he communicates.
Hey, you're nagging me.
Right.
Yeah, you're nagging.
And then he says you're nagging me in the sense of you're always on me about, I don't know, I'm just gonna make up something. You always bother me about being on time.
Being on time.
That's just throwing something out there. That's too okay.
But that's normally
okay. You always nagging me about
not picking up behind myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So not cleaning up behind myself. I make a mess everywhere I go, and then you got to come behind me and clean it up. Right. Okay. So now I'm telling you, the woman, hey, you always nag me about not picking up behind myself. And then she's saying, yeah, I would like for you, which is kind of crazy because if you telling her.
But she hadn't started nagging you about it.
Huh?
But you know, she been doing it.
Right.
And you thinking that everything's okay.
But I'm saying now he knows.
But now she comes back and says, hey, I'm tired of that. You know, you need to pick up behind yourself.
I'm gonna make a incident. Okay, I had a friend. Missed something and it didn't go in his pocket. It fell on the floor. Instead of the woman just seeing the piece of paper on the floor, instead of like, okay, you know how clean your house, you know, the studio is, right?
Right.
Okay. You know, you a neat freak.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
so
OCD.
Yeah.
If I drop a piece of gum paper and then realize, you ain't gonna say, hey, yo, you know you dropped some paper down.
No, I'm gonna pick it up.
You gonna pick it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up.
So that I felt like that person should have, you know, set her down and told her, hey, you know, some of the stuff you tell me.
Right. That's
what
I was trying to get to, yeah.
Some of the stuff you nags about, you can just, I feel like you can just tell me or just do it yourself. I just dropped a piece of gum paper. You could have just picked it up. Why is so hard? What is so hard about you picking it up? And I'm looking at a woman being, what you call it, a neat freak, and a man
OCD
and OCD. A woman OCD and a man OCD. When
ain't gonna be no problem.
No,
unless somebody got a certain way.
Listen. There's a catch to this. Right. A man OCD and a woman OCD. I'm comparing them.
Okay.
If you got a man OCD and the woman is not OCD, and you got a woman OCD, that the man is not OCD. Okay, when a woman is OCD, she gonna nag. She gonna nag about them dishes in the sink that you left. She gonna nag about that paper. She gonna nag about you leaving that seat up. She gonna nag about a lot of stuff. But when a man OCD, he gonna get frustrated, but he's not gonna nag to you about that stuff. Now you see what I'm
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. So, but it's dysfunctional both ways.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
he's building it in the way men do until he explodes.
Right.
You're letting it out, and everything. So it's a communication thing. And then somebody got to be committed, or both people got to be committed to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Now, I'm glad you brought it up, because that brings up one of my next questions.
Okay, what's your next?
So now we're going to go with the scenario that the woman has been nagging the man. Mm-hmm. Now he brings it to attention, you're nagging me. Mm-hmm. And let's say the nagging is about her saying something to him about cleaning up behind herself. Okay. Now I would say, as the man, you should make that adjustment and clean up behind yourself if you love this woman. But let's just say, for example, he ain't thinking that far ahead. Let's say his solution is, well, why don't you just pick it up? You know what I'm saying? And you see that I leave stuff everywhere. Just take care of that for me. Because, you know, I take care of you on certain ends, so this is what I want you to do on this end. Right. So now he suggested it to the woman. Right. Do you think that women are in a place nowadays, especially, or just in general, where they are willing to be corrected? Are they willing to accept what this man is telling her, and she's willing to make the adjustments? So she's saying, you know, because he's telling me I have this habit of leaving things behind, I just need you just adjust to it. Make the correction, pick up after me. I know this sounds crazy, but just make the adjustments, pick up after me, and stop nagging me about it. You know how I am. Mm-hmm. Just do it. So do you think women are willing to make that correction in a relationship?
Some of them are.
I'm glad you said that, because women, they might make it and they might not make it.
Right.
But they won't never give up on you, though.
Okay. I see
the men, if it was a woman and it was the other way around,
that's tough right there.
He gonna give up on her. He gonna get mad. He gonna give up on her.
But I hear what you're saying.
Is her nagging? Is that giving up on him? Is she's nagging him about it all?
No, because what she's saying is, I may nag you to death, but at the end of the day, I would never cut you loose over it, though.
But if I die, you won't cut me loose.
You cannot never die from nagging.
Oh, you saying the nagging killed you, man?
No. What I'm saying is, if you killed the relationship.
Oh.
Because sometimes people can say they're together, and they're physically together, but they're not mentally there.
Yeah, they're not on the same page.
They're not on the same page.
I get what you're saying.
So if your nagging has killed the relationship, but because of my commitment to you, I'm still there.
But it's your fault, though.
Yeah, see, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
But why has to be anybody's fault? Why we can't just communicate and correct the problem?
I'm with you. Both of them should communicate, or one should bring it to the other person.
Somebody got to have the courage to stand up and say. But that's what I'm saying.
If somebody bring it to the table and you don't fix it, why you checking out on me because I'm nagging? You ain't fixing the problem.
And she's saying women will ride that out to the end of time.
Well, okay, so we classified it as nagging, but could it be how you present it to me?
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah. That play a part.
So you know, this is what I think. I think that women can get men to understand whatever they want them to understand, but it's all in how they bring it to them.
You're right.
But I agree with that. But I'm gonna throw a little seasoning on that for you.
Okay.
This is the difference between a boy and a man, which we need to do an episode about.
Okay.
Man versus boy, or boy versus man.
Right.
But anyway, or boys to men. Well, see, I told you still to be running. Yeah. So anyway, what I'm gonna say is,
I agree. I see.
A man would listen to his woman.
Right.
Let's say nag. You know, we're using that term.
Right.
So a man would hear his woman nag and it'd be like, she always constantly on my head about this.
This right here.
Same problem.
Why don't I fix this?
Why don't I fix the problem?
Because if I don't want to hear the nagging, I will make the adjustment.
I'll make the adjustment
to keep her from nagging.
And that doesn't make him a weak man.
No, it does not.
It really makes him a strong man.
Yes.
You know, it makes him a strong man.
So my question is to the boy, because a man wouldn't make the adjustment.
Right.
I don't feel like you would have to have this conversation with a man.
Right.
But a boy will sit there and say, I don't feel like I got to make the adjustment.
Exactly.
This me, so why don't you adjust to me?
Because what's the end result? Peace in the relationship.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you live in an environment of, give me a second, toxicity.
Ooh. Yeah, that was, man, that made
you live in an environment of toxicity.
Yeah.
Then, and you're toxic on top of that, you think nothing is wrong. You think this is normal. You'll think that this is how relationships go. I do something she don't like. She does something I don't like. And y'all to just think, oh, that's natural. And I'm looking on the outside looking in, looking like y'all relationship could be so much better
Exactly.
If the two of y'all would just come together and fix those issues.
Exactly.
But y'all think it's normal to lay in those issues.
Right.
Right.
Or they think one's supposed to fix themselves and not the other.
Right. You supposed to be into me, I don't have to be into you.
Exactly.
It don't work like that.
And so we earlier we said that, it was because women was raising boys. They and don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say a woman cannot raise a boy.
Right.
But what I'm saying, there's no male influence in this life.
Right, right.
And everything. It's a big thing going on right now. On TikTok or whatever, with the little boy playing football.
Enjoy while y'all can, because they about to end it.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
You think it's finna end? I don't think
so.
so.
America want their money, player.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that. That's a whole nother episode.
But the young man is like 9-10 years old. He playing football, but his mama is the one out there.
Oh yeah, you talking about my home girl?
Yeah.
I got
she out there training the boy and everything, and she
right.
good at it.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she good at it. So she been. I don't think she ever played, but she must have been watching. Yeah, but they said she was a cheerleader, so I guess she been around.
Yeah, she been around the sport
and everything. But the whole thing is that sometimes men that haven't had a male figure around, and he doesn't have to be in the home. He could be an uncle. He could be the neighbor next door. He could be somebody at church, and everything, to teach a man how to be a man. Yeah. And not get so emotional about everything.
But like you said, and I hate it that a lot of single mothers have to do, be parents on their own. And sometimes the circumstances, they have no choice. The father could have passed. Mm-hmm. He might have got locked up for something that was out of his control. We could go over that all day. But unfortunately, there's a lot of women out here raising men by themselves. But like you said, that doesn't still mean she can't instill in that young man principles and discipline, you know what I'm saying, and responsibility. So yeah, I may not be able to talk to you and present myself as a man, but I can teach you what a man should do. Right. And more importantly, she's a woman, so she could teach him how a woman
treat a woman.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So it's no excuses.
Right.
And I wish you, and like I'm like with you, I wish there was more male presence in these households, whether it is an uncle, grandfather, or the man next door.
Guy next door.
But but women can do it. It's no, no excuse.
Right, because I had somebody told me, I had somebody to post saying that they, something about their sons, and they're not going to be able to. They're going to be able to show them the way, but they're not going to be able to teach them how to be a man. And I come in and like, that's a lie. You can teach that boy how to be a man. She can teach him.
She can show him the way, like you said. But there's certain things that he needs to hear from a man. Yeah. There's certain things that patience. Yeah. How not to be so reactive to everything.
Right. So she can't teach them that?
She can tell him about it.
She can tell him about it, but it's something that's innately in a man that speaks to another man. And a lot of times, it's not verbally spoke, it's in somebody showing you how to do something. Right.
I'm going to give you a perfect example.
Okay.
Y'all saw The Lion King growing up. Well, I know you was grown, Lion King came, but The Lion King.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, you remember the scene when he met, was it Tima and Puma, the little two?
Yeah.
And remember they were trying to teach him how to be a lion?
Right.
How a lion sounds, how a lion roars.
Exactly.
So yeah, they could give you examples
of it.
But when he actually met a lion, saw like, ooh, they hit different. Yeah. Because it's like, okay, for example.
That's good, man. I like that.
I try to play.
Yeah, man, you good.
Yeah, so like, for example, I had both parents in my life, thank God.
Right.
But my mom grew up around brothers. It was 14 of them, so she had 9 brothers. Gorillas, too.
Okay.
Shout out to my uncles.
Yeah.
So she was like, yo, you need to punch like this. Or if a man come to you correct or incorrect, you stand up and say this to him. You look him in the eye, this, that, and other.
Exactly.
So I'm listening to him like, okay, mama, that makes sense. I feel you. But when one of my uncles got a hold of me, and he said, boy, you hit him in the chest like this. It resonated with me because now I can emulate him.
Right.
Because I'm seeing another man do this.
Yeah.
Not that my mama ain't telling me right.
She not telling you.
But it's still like it's coming from my mama.
It's coming from
But when that man look you in the eye and say, man, don't you ever bow down to nobody.
It's a masculinity to it.
It hit you.
Yeah.
Them genetics, the what makes us men.
Yeah.
It activates something in you.
Yeah.
It does. It sounds crazy, but it's like
it don't sound crazy. It's funny how you explaining it.
Yeah. but that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that needs to be bottled and sold. What you just said, because a woman can show him.
Yeah, all day.
You know, this how you stand up and this how you. But a man gonna put that masculinity into it.
Right.
And he's gonna, say,
and
hey.
when you're seeing him going through it, you looking at yourself doing it.
Yes.
Because like I said, my mama was not a big woman. She was like 5'3", 5'4", 140 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, mama, yeah, that's cute. You punching, you doing stuff, but it's like you still a little mama to me. But when like my uncles or somebody or a coach was like, no, hit him like this.
Right.
Don't you feel how I'm hitting him? Feel that? And I'm like, okay, I feel it now, coach. Yeah. So it just resonated with me.
Yeah, it did.
But I still took what my mom taught me as well.
Because she was saying the same thing, but the theory behind it came from that man.
Yeah, it just hit different when somebody of the same species, sex, or whatever you want to call it, show you versus somebody on the opposite side.
And we need to say this to all women out there that's single mothers.
Right.
Y'all doing a great job.
Oh, doing an excellent job. Shout out to the black queens out there, man, holding it down.
Out there. And
but we got some, which is another episode.
You see my eyes rolling at y'all like, huh?
But it's we ain't gonna get in all that.
Okay, y'all giving the credit to the women that's
actually doing it.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah,
we ain't talking about the ones that ain't doing it.
Yeah,
okay.
Talking about the ones that are doing it.
To short fuses.
Yeah, let's get.
We're talking men with short fuses.
Yeah, I got another question.
Okay.
What that?
What are some things that cause men to give up so fast? I know we focus on the nagging, but let's get past the nagging. What do you think in relationships that women may do or may not do that cause men to just say, you know what, I'm out? What do y'all think? Let's start with you, being that you're a woman. What do you think women are doing in these relationships that make men just check out and just say, you know what, I done had enough?
Boom, bam, another friend. Okay.
All right.
Hey, friend, you probably be watching.
You ain't talking about my girl Coco?
No, I
shout out to Coco. Oh, you said him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, Coco. Sorry.
But I wasn't talking about Coco.
I love you, Coco. I'm bad. Coco gonna cut my throat, man.
So he was gonna get married, but he decided not to. And when he got to talking and explaining, I'm like, yeah, you ain't getting married. When he got to talking and explaining, I was like, okay, I see why. Okay. And I said she was wrong. Okay, these things that'll make a man just say, oh.
What are those things though? Give me some examples.
Respect.
Okay.
Not what you call it? How can I even get it out now? Supporting.
Okay.
Not keeping yourself up, getting comfortable. Cause he named that. That was actually the number one thing, and I didn't know he was big on that.
Real, bro.
He was like, yeah, she got comfortable, and I was like, what you mean she got comfortable? She was like, shit, she stopped working out. She stopped doing this. She stopped doing this. She stopped.
So she stopped doing all the things she was doing at first to get him.
No, not to get him, just doing period. Start working out. Stop hanging out with her girlfriends, being under him so much.
Right.
Some men don't like clingy women. That's why I say if you clingy, you need to be with a clingy man. They want to be with you every day, want to see with you every day. Now, if you can kind of break away and say, oh, I still want to be with this man, and I can kind of break away, then do that. But if you a clingy woman, you don't need no man that's not clingy, because he get tired of seeing you every day. Especially if he I ain't gonna say he's tired of seeing you every day. He want to see you everything, but he wants you to take time out for yourself, not cutting your homegirls out because you're in a relationship. I see some men like that. They don't want you to cut, but when women get in a relationship that they really want to be in and they really like that guy, they ain't studying their friends no more. I'm just gonna be honest. They want to be with that man, and men need to realize that when you are in a relationship and you are talking about marriage, no, she don't need to be hanging with her homegirls like that. I'm just gonna be real. She don't need to be hanging with her homegirls. They can have probably homegirls night out once a month because you're finna get married. Tell me.
Yeah, go ahead, player. Go ahead.
Tell me.
I think with both male and female,
What?
the first thing that you got to do, you got to be comfortable with yourself. You got to love yourself.
Know thyself.
You got to know thyself and love thyself.
Yeah.
So if you're doing something to attract somebody else and you just doing that to attract them, and that's not a committed part of you, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
You know.
But I asked him, did she always work out? And he was like, yeah, she was working out before she even met him, known him. But
you don't know her situation. Like, was she single all that time?
Or what I said. Does she have a health issue now where she can't go and work out as much?
No, ain't had nothing to do no health issue.
Well, what I'm saying, we just don't know the situation. But if he's not ready to be committed to it, then that's something within himself.
Well, no, because hold on, let me finish. I understand. He got his own business. So
it doesn't matter what he has.
Let me finish.
If he's not comfortable within himself, he's gonna always find something wrong, no matter who she is. What was it? Coming to America?
Okay.
The one that played, that they wanted him to marry.
Yeah.
And then he told her, well, hop on one knee and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, he like bounced like a kangaroo, jumping.
Because she wasn't comfortable in herself. He wanted somebody to be comfortable that I'm gonna make it no matter if you with me or not. But if we come together, then we can do great things together. But I don't need you to make me. Yes, sir.
But going back to her story, and I don't know if he had that conversation with the young lady ahead of time or not, but it sounded like she started off doing certain things and then she shut down. And the key word I heard was she got comfortable. And I have experienced that. So my thing is, let's say
she wasn't being supportive either. He got a business, so he's not computer savvy.
So that might not have been the woman for him.
She's computer savvy,
right?
Meaning that she's a I ain't gonna say what she is, but she's computer savvy. She's very educated, and he very stopped at a high school diploma, so she know how to do, like how I made the flyers for the podcast. She know how to make the flyers for his business. Know how to upload the stuff to make him invoices and do all these sorts of things. You see this man struggling. Why you just sitting up letting him struggle? About to pull his hair out?
Well, he might have done the right thing because she may not be the one for him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. At least he was smart enough to say, "Let me get out of this,"
and not just
And that's why I told him this. But I told him this. Why you didn't sit down and have this talk with her?
That's what I was trying to get to. Right? Did you put all this out?
Because she knew what he needed. And she had the expertise for it.
I know she had common sense, but everybody ain't got so common.
There you go.
It ain't so common around here.
But if we talking about marriage now.
No, they weren't married.
They weren't married.
But he was talking about it.
Yeah, they was engaged.
But see, he was basing off.
What is engagement? Engagement is a preparation for marriage.
Right.
And so if she couldn't see that this was where he's weak at and she's strong at, that's what make a partnership works.
And that's why he had to bounce, because she.
And I agree with him. He should have bounced.
Yeah.
You know?
But I felt like I asked him. He said they talked, but I felt like you waited till the last minute to talk before you finna just cut her off. I felt like you should have been expressing this.
No last minute. When you realize it. And you talk about it. When you realize it and you talk about it, and that person doesn't want to change. Okay, so a tree. Okay. So when we look at a tree, we see, the leaves and everything on the tree, right? So and it's called there's gravity tropics. And I know this is kind of deep, but that same tree that we see above the ground, the root system is the same way under the ground.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And gravity pulls down.
Right.
So in that root system and everything, and I'm talking about a person, character is being built.
Right.
Integrity, commitment, all of those things are being built in the root system.
Right.
And everything. But then they call it phototropics, everything that you can see.
Right.
But everything that you can see has already been developed in the person.
Right.
So when you see these character flaws in a person,
right,
and they're red flags.
Right.
So no matter what it looks like,
and
so sometimes have you ever seen a tree that's growing sideways?
Right.
That's because the root system was sideways.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying all that to say, when you start seeing these things in a person,
yeah,
and they don't measure up to what you want,
right,
then that's the time when you need to start saying something. Not because of, they got this or they got that or they look this way or they look that way.
Right.
Because all of that stuff is gonna change.
Right.
She was working out. Now she ain't working out.
Yeah, but
what's about her character though? What about, and like you said, she had the expertise and she didn't want to help him. There's something wrong with her character, because if we together.
Well, see, like I said, I see both of y'all points. If I can interject right quick.
Yes, sir.
What I was saying is, okay, I see both sides. He should have, I don't know if he did, but at the beginning of the relationship, he should have laid out what he expects from her as a woman in this relationship.
I agree.
I don't know if he did or not.
He said he didn't, because I told him, I said, the next relationship you get into, you want this, and this.
And see, that's
all the time, that's not good either. Because you can come up here and say, well, I want this man, he got to be this, he got to be this, he got to be that, he got to be this, he got to be that.
Right.
And a lot of men going to say, wait a minute, hold up, But
then that's not the man for you then.
Right.
But then again, how do you know that when you start putting all of these expectations out there, and you start putting all these expectations out, just say I'm looking for somebody to grow with.
I disagree with that, man. I disagree.
I
hear what you're saying now. Like I said, nobody wrong.
Part. Remember that we're gonna talk about that part after the show. I gotta tell you something. We gonna
this is my thing, man. When you get a certain age, this is how I feel about it. Now, okay, for example, I've been on dates with women, and when I had this conversation with these women, I say, well, what is it that you expect out of a relationship? What is it that you expect from the man that you're dating?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
About 20 things.
Right, okay, regardless, you can have 100. Once I hear